What do you think your future is going to entail?
Ooh. This is the route of my tour, right here. This is my first stop right here. Short stop. Well, this is how the dissidents should look like anyway. So, for you guys. I grew up in Prague, in a southern part of the Prague. It's called Modřany. It's deep burbs. You know, American suburbs. It was just a single family houses. My father was a musician, my grandfather was also a musician, professor. But after 68, my father died. He had to work manual labor. He had some problems with the government, and he worked on the street road crew. So it kind of carried with me for a long time, and then it was one part of my decision to emigrate. Just before I left, it was a period when the communists were losing the power, so they were a little bit more careful. But the oppression, the control was underneath the surface much more rigorous. Everybody hated the system, but everybody also supported the system. It was kind of a little bit pathological how the society worked. That's why it's, Czechs are a little bit of Kafkaesque. They have a kind of a Kafka personality. You know, if you're from communist country, from this system, it will haunt you for quite a while. It's kind of right under the guy hanging there. He's been there for 15 years hanging. It's kind of Prague. I migrated to US in my early 20s, very early 20s. I was very, very young, but I was getting in trouble, So, just having, mouth off and getting in the wrong places, wrong time, was my specialty, usually. I lived in Santa Monica, Venice Beach for 3 years. Study in Santa Monica College. Then I went to study in San Francisco City College. Studied English, photography and design. Then I moved back to LA and it was crisis. So I had a friend in Salt Lake City and I went to Salt Lake City and fall in love with the Mormon girl and married a Mormon in Salt Lake and lived there for almost 10 years. And then we moved to Oregon, to Portland, when she was born there, and lived there for almost 8 years. And then I got divorced and moved here to take care of my mom because she couldn't walk. She has Parkinson. I just kind of got stuck, and I had problems, medical problems. Plus, it just kind of I just kind of fell off the high horse, I was taking care of my mom for 5 years almost, and she was bedridden. She couldn't move. I was pretty kind of tough. Yeah, it was tough, to be caretaker. So you don't know then, what's going on in the outside world because you're basically running around your mom. I just get back here in the culture? Basically, I become again a kind of outsider. See, they got Eiffel Tower over there, and the spaceships they built over there. Got Gothic style spaceship. I wasn't exactly homeless, but very close to it, living off the grid. I just kind of realized it when I didn't have nowhere to live, basically. I couldn't afford living. I stayed in a family cottage, and it was winter, and I realized I don't have the money. There is no water, there is no heat, and no electricity there because it was kind of outhouse or guest house, and I'm broke, and I couldn't get anything to eat, basically. And then then I got a kind of job for food. Then I realized it's really bad. It's kind of poetic part of my life. Existentially, I work with the guy with real character who owns the shop next to our cottage. I was freezing, so he let me stay there overnight, and found me having seizures there, and that's how they discovered that I have a tumor in my head. Tell you the truth, nobody will tell you. If it's kind of part, you just kind of gave up on life, or is it that I moved here and I couldn't arrange, and I just my life to live normal life here, or if the tumor is part of it, nobody can. I can blame it on the tumor, or I can blame it on myself.
What did you try to do to get back on your feet?
Not much. That's not much. Really, now I'm trying. So after the operation, I think I needed some time, just to heal. And so now I'm trying, get back to the guide business.
my name is Tereza Jurečková and I'm a social entrepreneur. I wanted to offer an alternative to services which are offered to especially homeless people. So find some niche and find also like sustainable business model for this kind of organization and promote it. Overall in the Czech Republic we have around 70,000 homeless people. We have people struggling with different kind of addictions, drugs. A lot of people have a criminal record after they leave a prison, and with this record it's the chance to get a job, it's getting low. Yeah, and lastly, there are like psychological problems and health problems. So people who are not feeling well, they cannot seek for medical support, they usually end up being homeless. In a traditional NGO or social service or charity, they would be called clients. So they are the ones who receive the service. In our organization, they are our employees and they are the ones who offer the service. So you see, it's a very different position for them. No one wants to be passive and receive some support. They want to prove that they are capable of doing things. And we give them the chance to prove it.
This is the center of the old city. Basically, the old town square is the center. You want to live here? You want to marry Czech and never go back? Or no?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm just basically going back to 70s and 80s, trying to conjure up the atmosphere here in Prague at that time, and also to put it to the against use it like the background and put it against what's going on nowadays. This is the Bartholomew Street. Have you ever heard about the secret police? In Czech it's called STB. Basically they were right-hand instrument of Communist Party, and they control the population. And it was just thorough, complete control.
What do you think your future is going to entail?
Ooh, I don't know. I have no idea. It's a 50-50 probably. It's really on the rocks. So if I get successful doing it, and I get promoted to the major general in the guide business, yeah, sure. But my past that I right here in the Czech Republic is not might haunt me. I have no idea, but I'm gonna try my best.